Hey, what's up guys, TechTime here, and before I begin this video, I just want to take a second and thank everyone so much for watching. And let me tell you something, man, we are really close to that 30,000 subscriber mark point, and this is just a small milestone to a much bigger end goal. So if you haven't subscribed this channel, go ahead, do so. A lot of useful videos that you'll find here. And if you like this video and you found it knowledgeable in any way, shape, or form, make sure you leave a like. And just leave me a comment down below. Tell me what you think. With that being said, today we're going to be talking about the things that I like about the Moto G Stylus 2022 model. So of course, this phone has been out for 9 months, and this is the really most appropriate time to make a video like this because a lot of things can change in a 9-month span of using this phone. So I have a couple of nice things to say about it in this video, and there's going to be a part 2 where I talk about the things that I don't like about the Moto G Stylus 2022 5G model. So one of the things that I like about this phone is the design itself. I think, in my opinion, for a phone that costs only $250, the design here is on point. So color-wise, I think it looks a little bit exotic, so it doesn't really look or feel like a $250 phone. This kind of blue color changes its color pattern depending on the light that it's in. Sometimes it gives you this like dark blue hue, sometimes it gives you this kind of shiny blue with these like little lines. I think it looks cool. I think it makes an appropriate look for this phone and kind of gives it the more premium look. And as far as the feel, it is kind of soft matte plastic material, but that's okay. The ergonomics on here is also pretty good. And the layout of the buttons and the layout of the ports is, just what you would expect from a standard phone regardless of price. But you do get a headphone jack with this device. You get a really fast USB-C charging cable, a speaker in the bottom, and overall the edges kind of have these kind of curve to it, and the sides have this kind of plastic feel to it. It still feels a little bit more premium than other phones at this price point for sure. So I definitely do give it to Motorola with this design. Now, obviously, the whole design and the way their phone look or the ergonomics, this is kind of a subjective topic. So if you like it, you like it. If you hate it, you hate it. But I just like the touch of the color pattern, the color effect that this phone provides. So definitely one of the great things about this phone is its design. So next on the list, and one of the things that I like about this phone 9 months later, is the display. So let me tell you this, Motorola did not skimp out on the display, and it's been consistently great, right? So you get a 6.8-inch Full HD Plus display that gives you, first of all, a large screen. The camera has this kind of hole punch and is centered, so it's not really that obtrusive when it comes to the experience itself. And this is an IPS panel, not an OLED, but that's okay. Overall, the sharpness is on point, the color accuracy, the vividness, the contrast, everything is really good. And one of the great things that you wouldn't expect in a $250 phone is the fact that this phone does support a 120 Hz refresh rate. What that means is everything on this phone is going to be smoother when you're scrolling over your social media, browsing the web, things of that nature. And as far as content consumption, it's really, really good. I cannot complain at all about this display. Really thumbs up from Motorola. Content consumption is on point. Everything that, that has to do with just a good display is here. There's nothing that I can complain about. Could it be OLED? Maybe in the future, but as of right now, you get IPS and can't complain. And that's all I'm gonna say for that. That's really great for a phone at this price point. Definitely gets a thumbs up from me on the display department. So the other thing that I really like about this phone 9 months later is the battery life. So it does have a 5000 milliamp hour battery, and listen, the battery life and the display kind of go hand in hand. And here's what I mean by that. So if you consume content a lot, you scroll through social media a lot, you browse the web a lot, you take care of business on your phone a lot, then battery life needs to be important. It needs to be good. Whether it's budget or flagship, that's irrelevant. So battery life, the fact that Motorola was able to fit in a 5000 milliamp hour battery in this phone and make it work in a way that it still falls under the budget category is really impressive. So they promise a 2-day battery life. I haven't seen that. I would get like 1.5 if you're really heavily using this phone. And this phone also supports turbo power or turbocharging, as Motorola calls it, which basically means that it charges really, really fast with the included adapter. And it does include a wall plug in the box. Thumbs up for Motorola for that. Alright, next topic is the camera. So, the camera is not all sunshine and roses, and I will be talking about that more in a different video. but you do get a 50 megapixel main sensor and a wide angle sensor, and you also get the addition of optical image stabilization. Here's what I can tell you about the good parts of the camera. One, it takes pictures really quickly, so definitely thumbs up for that. In good outdoor conditions, it takes respectable photos for a phone at this price point. I still would prefer a Google Pixel phone that is in a similar price point that takes actually night and day better pictures, but that's not the point. The point is this, that you get a 50 megapixel camera on this device with all the other features that I talked about, such as the display, and you get a wide angle lens, and it takes pictures really quickly. It's just literally take it out of your pocket, open up the camera app, snap and shoot instantly. So that's really a thumbs up in my opinion, and the optical image stabilization does a good job in providing you with a better final result. Especially when it comes to video, optical image stabilization helps out with the stability of your video, so definitely gets a thumbs up from me in that department. When it comes to daylight photography in good outdoor conditions, this camera performs respectably, like I said. So definitely gets a thumbs up from me in that regard. All right. Now, the final piece that I have to say about this phone and the things that I like about it 9 months later is the main attraction, the main selling point, which is the addition of a stylus. Now, not everybody's going to agree on me on this point. However, I do have to mention it. And me personally, I found myself using the stylus more than I thought I would. So the stylus gives you the addition to jog down notes. It has also some really nice features that I found myself using it, more and more. For example, you can actually go to your browser, go to Google, and instead of typing in what you want to search, you can actually write it on the search bar. So that's definitely a kind of a interesting and really good feature. I like it. I find it useful from time to time. Do I use it a lot? Eh. And if you want to, sign documents, jot down notes, you can do that. You can even use it as a way of scrolling through your browser. If you read a lot of articles and you want to quickly scroll through your article and skim through it, you can do that. It's just a lot of things that you can do in the stylus. Is it a gimmick? It depends on who you are, to be honest with you. To me personally, I don't think of it as a gimmick. I think of it as a useful additional feature. And the mechanism of the stylus, how you put it in and take it out, has improved tremendously from last year's generation, in my opinion. And finally, the best thing that I like about this phone is the value that you get. So right now on Motorola's website, you can get this phone unlocked for $250, and what that would get you is a lot of value. So you can get the 256 gigabyte model with up to 8 gigabytes of RAM, which is incredible value in my opinion. So with that being said, stay tuned for part 2, where I talk about the things that I do not like about this phone, and there's also the same amount of things that I don't like about it as the things that I do like about it. So it's not all sunshine and roses up here. If you enjoyed this video, you know what to do, baby. Leave a thumbs up, make sure you subscribe, and I will definitely catch you guys in the next one. Hope you enjoyed this one, man. Catch you guys later.